So as some of you know, I am a very big Dragon Ball fan, and I've said this before that future Trunks is one of my favorite characters of all time. But that being said, you guys know that I do have a very big problem with Dragon Ball Super in particular, and this character is one of the reasons why, so let's just go over it right now. So do you guys remember when future Trunks had moments like this? Good, right? How about this moment?
This one's for you, Father! There's no way! How? Impossible! Excuse me. Is this yours?
I know it's not canon, but let's look at this moment. Amazing character, one of the best characters that they've ever written, one of the best characters that they've ever introduced. When Future Trunks first came out, he was seen as just like this mythic figure that nobody really knew who he was, but he was a Super Saiyan and he was the most badass one right next to Goku. Amazing character to introduce for Dragon Ball. And then Super comes around and Super just does this to my boy.
I ran away and left her behind again, like a coward.
I mean, look, I'm not trying to be a bad person here when I say this, but just hear me out, guys. It has to be said. Future Trunks is one of the characters that Dragon Ball Super has ruined and run into the ground, all for the sake of what? Selling more toys? I mean, think about it. Future Trunks is one of the characters who had the most badass introduction in Dragon Ball. He also went toe-to-toe with Cell. At that point, Trunks was the physically strongest character in Dragon Ball, albeit he couldn't beat Cell because remember, he couldn't touch him. But in terms of raw power, Trunks was the strongest. And then we go to the Goku Black Saga, where Trunks is just a coward. I mean, Trunks is not even a shell of himself. It's like a whole other character. It's not even the same character anymore. I like the little PTSD moment they had with him when he got up, he saw Goku and he wanted to punch him because he thought of Goku Black. And the last time Trunks saw Goku, Goku actually died. So he didn't think that Goku was brought back to life. But moments like that, while they're amazing to see and it just shows such a dynamic level of the character, it's just ruined by other moments when Goku Black is just beating his ass and Trunks is just constantly running and he's being a coward and he's afraid, and it just takes away from how cool the character was. Remember, Trunks was afraid of the androids back in the Android Saga, but what happened when he saw them getting awakened out of the little whatever capsule chamber, whatever they came out of? He immediately powered up and tried to blow up the whole cave. He wasn't so afraid that he was running and hiding and being a coward. Like, and if you want to sit here and say, oh, it's because the threat is more dangerous, bull. Because every single time that a challenge has presented itself to Trunks, Trunks has risen up to the occasion. Even if he knows he can't win, even if Trunks is going in over his head, he will still go and fight regardless. Look what happened before he had Super Saiyan. When him and Gohan fought the androids, Trunks still went into that battle without Super Saiyan. Why is it now, after all this training with the Supreme Kai and all the training with the Z Sword, and he has Super Saiyan 2 and Trunks is literally the last hope of the universe, he's running like a coward? It doesn't make any sense. And this is one of the things that I want to discuss more. I did this before, like a few months ago with other characters, starting with Piccolo. What happened to Piccolo? Bro, what happened to future Trunks, man? Like, let's be realistic for a second. Trunks is not only the hope of the universe for the future, he's the only hope for the future. There's nobody left. There's no one else left. And what do they do with Trunks? They completely wipe out his whole universe. And now he has to go live in another timeline where there's another Trunks and another Mai. What? Like, it's just so stupid because the Future Saga is the only saga that has any real stakes, any real loss. And it just doesn't make any sense because it's just, it's like I'm getting into a whole rant on Dragon Ball Super itself and I want to focus on just Trunks. But it's hard to because Dragon Ball Super is the problem, and they throw Trunks in there and they make it even worse for him. I understand for certain hardships to happen, somebody has to lose something. Trunks lost Bulma. Already that's a big loss for him because he lost Vegeta. How old was Trunks when Vegeta died in the future? Was he like an infant still? Trunks was really small because I remember Gohan was still really little. Gohan still had his long hair. So Trunks had to be an infant. I think Trunks was an infant when Vegeta died. Then he loses Bulma. Okay, that's already enough because now you're just hammering this character into the ground. Then on top of that, he loses his whole timeline. And the last we see of Trunks, he's crying because, you know, he recognizes Gohan and it just puts that image of future Gohan in his head. And I get all of that. I understand it. Trust me, I do. Nobody understands it more than I do, I'm telling you. But for them to change Trunks' character, and I'm not even talking about his hair. That's not the problem. It's his whole character. Trunks went from being a brave, badass fighting legend who will go down dying to fight for what he believes in, which is peace, to bring peace to the future because he knows he's all that's left, to just a coward who just constantly just runs and runs and he fears for his life every minute and he doesn't think he can do anything on his own. And even Vegeta made a comment like this to him, like, you can't keep coming back to the past expecting us to fix your problems. He didn't say that exactly, but it was something along those lines. Like, you have to do this yourself. And that's the problem. That's where it retcons Z. Because at the end of Trunks' arc in Z, Trunks felt brave enough to be able to defeat whatever threat was coming to the future. He felt that he didn't need to get the help from them anymore. And that was the last time we were going to see Trunks. Because Trunks was ready. He was on his own and he could protect the future and he could build up from there and bring back families and civilization and life, everything. And then in Dragon Ball Super, they just bring back Trunks for nostalgic reasons. Let's be honest, there was no other reason to bring back Trunks, and just to crap all over the character. That's literally what they did. They crapped all over Trunks, and it just ruins the character for me. Because to me personally, don't get it twisted, I love Dragon Ball, but Dragon Ball Super is very, very flawed, and it has so many problems. And to me, the biggest problem is the character development and the character retcons. And this is just a quick little video I wanted to do about this. I'm gonna definitely expand upon this idea a lot more, but I'm gonna need a lot more time to do this. So just bear with me, guys. I have a bunch more videos of these coming out for other characters. So make sure you guys leave a like, hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to share that video because we're on that road to 1,000 subscribers, guys. Let me know what you guys think about future Trunks and Dragon Ball Super because I know I'm not the only one that realized that there's a problem with him. And like I said, there's a big problem with a lot of other characters. I'm gonna give you guys a hint on the next video. That poster right there is about to get ripped out. So, that's all I got.